Hi students, Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to discuss about cadherins. Before we start with the cadherins and their introduction, I would like to remind you people that you have been studying what two cells are formed from a single cell as a result of mitosis, and those two cells are separated. You always draw a figure, you always draw a diagram in which you take one cell and two cells are formed, and then you separate those two cells. Is that so? Fine. This is wrong. Two cells surely are formed from this is suppose this is one cell and two cells are formed, but they keep together, they remain together, and then these two cells would form another and through another mitosis, four cells, and those four cells they keep together, and in this way a whole individual is formed, like me. Okay, all of you, including me, all the animals, all the plants are the products of what the embryo, and the embryo is formed as a result of what the mitotic divisions, which are known as with cleavage, and that starts from what the zygote, and these cells they remain together, they keep together due to certain molecules, and those molecules are known as what the cadherins. Cadherins, cadherins, which means what? Calcium dependent adhesion molecules. Calcium dependent adhesion molecules. These are known as what? The cadherins. The cadherins are critical for establishing and maintaining the intercellular connections. Okay, and these cadherins are of many types. Okay, I would like to give you people the classification of those cadherins. Number one, you can note all these types. Number one, E-cadherins. What? E E-cadherins. These are given such name E. E stands for what? Epithelial. Epithelial cadherins. Okay, and these are also known as what? Juvomo Juvomo What? Juvomo Juvomo Juvomo. Okay, okay, and next is what? P-cadherins. P-cadherins. P-cadherins means what? P stand for placenta, placental cadherins, and third one is what? The N-cadherins. These are known as what? Neural cadherins. Neural cadherins. And next are the fourth category is what? EP-cadherins. What? EP-cadherins. These are also known as what? C-cadherins. C-cadherins. And the fifth one is what? Protocadherins. What? Protocadherins. These are the five types of cadherins. Okay, and next is what? How to explain the E-cadherins or epithelial cadherins are also called juv juvo juvo morulin juvo morulin. Okay, and these are expressed on all the early mammalian embryonic cells, all the early embryonic mammalian cells. Okay, and they keep these molecules or these cadherins keep the cells of morula together. Okay. Next is what? The E-Cadherins. E-Cadherins, I have explained those. These cadherins, they keep the, suppose this is the plasma membrane of, this is plasma membrane of one cell, and this is the adjacent cell. The cadherin molecules, the cadherins would keep these two plasma membranes together like this. Okay. And next is what? The P-Cadherins. The P-Cadherins, you know, many times you think how the implantation occurs. This is the question which comes into your mind. How the implantation occurs. Today I'm going to answer to that question. The fertilization occurs in the distal part of what the fallopian tube, and then what happens? Two blastomere cell stage occurs, and then four blastomeres and eight blastomeres and 16 blastomere cell stage. And it is about the 16 blastomere stage when the blastula, the blastocyst reaches what? The uterus. It attaches itself along the uterine wall of the mother. How? It occurs due to what? The presence of special molecules which are produced by nature, and those special molecules are what? The cadherins, and these cadherins are known as what? The P-cadherins. Here comes a question. You can come across this question in your objective type of the paper. Uh, what type of the cadherins are not produced in the males? Can you think? In the previous lecture, I asked you people. I asked you people. Uh, certain question was there. I asked you people HCGs, about human chorionic gonadotropins, and many of you people answered to that question correctly. That, I mean, a male is not going to produce placenta. So, if there is no more placenta, then there is no question of production of the HCGs. In intersex, no more placenta, no more pregnancy. Okay, in the menopause woman, there is no more pregnancy, and no, there is no question of production of HCGs, and the woman or the female which does not undergo the pregnancy, she doesn't have the chance of what the intercourse and subsequently the fertilization. Then there is no question of production of placenta, and subsequently no more production of the HCGs. Here is again the question. P-Cadherins. Is there any chance of production of the P-Cadherins in case of for the males? I think you can know the answer to this question. Let's move to the next type of the cadherins, and those are what? The, you remember? N-Cadherins. What? N-Cadherins means what? Neural cadherins. What? Neural cadherins. Neural cadherins are formed for the first time during the course of embryonic development in the mesodermal cells. I told you people, uh, after the blastula is formed, blastula undergoes the morphogenetic movement of the cells, and three-layered structure is formed, and that three-layered structure is what? Having the outermost, the ectoderm, and then inner mesoderm, and then mesoderm, and then endoderm. And here again, inside the endoderm is what? A cavity that is known as archentron. What? Archentron. The mesodermal cells they have what the cadherins, and those are known as what the E-cadherins. Okay, production of the E-cadherin does not mean make sure. Production of the E-cadherin does not mean that the uh, E-cadherins are there always. Production of the N-cadherin does not mean that the E-cadherin have disappeared. No, E-cadherins are there. Okay, and now there is the appearance of what the N-cadherins are the neural cadherins in the mesodermal cells of the gastrula. Okay, now let us come to the next cadherins, and those are what the uh, what I told you people. You remember? EP-cadherins, fourth type of the cadherins. Uh, these are also known as what? You remember? C-cadherins. EP-cadherins are also known as what? C-cadherins. I would like to tell you people about the E-cadherins, EP-cadherins. The C-cadherins are EP-cadherins. These are very much important, are critical to maintain the adhesion between the blastomeres of the uh, Xanopus. You know, what is Xanopus? That is a genus of what? Amphibia, class Amphibia. Okay, and Xanopus blastula, and is required for the normal movement of the cells during gastrulation. I would like to repeat that. EP-cadherins are critical for maintaining the adhesion between the blastomeres of the Xanopus and is required for the normal movement of the gastrulation. So would you think that the EP-cadherins are absent in all the other classes? No. These were studied for the first time in the Xanopus blastula, gastrula. Okay, these are also present in the other classes. Okay, next is what the Protocadherins. Protocadherins. Protocadherins are the calcium-dependent adhesion proteins that differ from the classic cadherins, are those cadherins which I have discussed earlier. Okay, how they are different? These are different that they lack the connection to the cytoskeleton through catenins. Catenins. Should I tell you people what are the catenins? This is what the plasma membrane of this cell. This is the plasma membrane of this cell. These are adjacent cells. Okay, this is what the cadherin molecule. This this cadherin is attached here with the catenins in the with the cytoskeleton. You know, cytoskeleton, this is the cytoplasmic part. So along with the cytoskeleton, these are attached here. This cell has the cytoskeleton, and the catenin molecules are attached. Protocadherins, they lack the catenins. Okay, the protocadherins have been found to be very much important in separating the notochord from the other mesodermal tissues during the course of development. Just suppose, had there been the catenin molecules here and here, and these were the mesodermal cells, there should have been no more question of the separation of these cells. So the cells have to separate themselves. You know, if you remember, in the last lecture I told you people that the neural plate is formed, and then from neural plate a neural groove is formed, and neural groove undergoes what the further development and forms what the neural tube. For formation of the neural tube, the cells have to leave the adjacent cells. And how could it be possible if there were the catenin molecules? The catenin molecules should have not allowed the cells to separate from the others. So The Protocadherins, they play their role during the course of development, for particularly for the separation of the cells. Okay, and next is what how the how the adhesion occurs. How the adhesion occurs. I think you should have taken to my point. Adhesion occurs just starting from the embryo in the early stages, that is what blastula to gastula, and from gastula to neurula, and from neurula to the mature embryo, and from embryo to fetus, and fetus to you people, to you people. In your body, your cheek cells, they are together. Your cells, all the cells, they are together. Had there been no more cadherins, there should have been no more adhesion. And if there were no more adhesion, then what should have happened? All the cells should have separated. And one thing more, I would like to tell the beauty conscious people. Those people who are beauty conscious, they must know that uh, they must take care of themselves, particularly in taking the protein rich food material. If they don't take, then what will happen? There would be the loss of there would be the scarcity of the cadherins, and they would have the wrinkles. So be very much cautious. Check the protein rich food material, okay? And in the end, I would like to suggest you people, all of you, what? The females, they should take the milk, okay? Along with the protein rich food material. It is very much important. Okay, thank you very much. I would wait for the feedback coming from your side. Thank you very much.